Welcome to an Amundson Family Music Podcast. Number...
It's 20-something.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We lost track.
Let's do a little tutorial.
Okay.
Okay, so go to your YouTube app on
Okay.
your smartphone and...
My smartphone. Something.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
your
Oh.
smart device and look up Amundson Family Music
Okay.
and find out what our latest podcast was.
Okay. My data is not working.
Uh-oh.
Maybe because of the rain. It just started pouring out of nowhere.
But it's beautiful. The sun is shining and it's still raining.
Sunshine rains are the best.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, my guess that this is number 26.
Yes, you're right. Mom was the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 26.
Okay, maybe you haven't, but have you seen the one with Mom?
No.
Okay, so we've been average. Okay, when we first got on YouTube with our podcasts, we were getting about 20 hours per podcast in the first few days. So, I mean, for us little timers, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah.
Well, then it started to go down a little bit, and we were getting like 13, 14.
Ooh.
Guess how many Mom has on the
100.
podcast?
A lot.
Yeah, a lot. Now, when I say 13, I'm talking watch hours, not views.
Oh, okay. Watch
Sorry.
hours.
Views, yeah, I don't know really how many views, but we were getting about 20 watch hours, which is what we are after, is watch hours, not necessarily views.
Okay.
Mom's, last time I checked, had like 60.
What? Really?
So I don't know what it was.
Moms are special guests.
Mom-
Maybe we need special guests more often.
Yeah, or Mom more often. We've been talking about getting special guests.
Yeah, and with technology nowadays, can you hear that?
I do.
It's pouring. We were just dancing in the rain. It's
Okay.
anyways.
Who would, if you could interview anyone, and I mean anyone.
In the world?
Yeah, who would you want to come interview on this podcast?
Oh man, alive or can they be dead?
I guess it better be alive. Dead might be a little freaky. Like, who would you want to question?
Jordan Peterson.
Oh, wouldn't that be pretty cool?
Yes, that would be. I could talk to him for hours.
Yeah, he would be one interesting fellow.
I listen to him a lot.
You know, that wasn't a fair question because I don't even have an answer to it myself. I don't know who.
Andrew, no, I'm just kidding.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, Mom did a great job on her first podcast. It was tough to get her to do it,
Really?
but I think now that she did it, she wants to do more of them.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I mean, same with the boys. They had to do one, and then they kind of loosened up a bit.
Yeah. Now, I don't think we'll ever get Nate or Gabe
Oh, really?
actually in the seat to
Ugh.
talk
Just in the songs.
for a while. In the songs, maybe. Ira, you know,
when
he'll
he has
open
time.
up. Well, just think about it. When you were Ira's age, when you were 18, how would you have been sitting there?
18?
Yeah.
What was I doing when I was 18?
You just fresh out of school.
I don't remember. That was during COVID, so I was pretty shy. Probably not.
Yeah.
Now that I've, I moved countries by myself and then work in the job I do, I kind of opened up.
Yeah, it does break your shell a little bit,
Yeah.
which is a good thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, the rain has pretty much stopped.
It's so sunny.
We're getting some good weather. Today, we had a rototiller, and the engine, I couldn't get running on it. It had some problems. So I bought a new engine for it, and I was just installing it. That's why you couldn't find Mom and I. We were out in the shop, and she was talking to me while I installed this new engine.
I see. Okay.
Yep.
Talking about work.
Just chit-chatting.
Yeah.
You know, Mom and I, we don't get a whole lot of time just to sit and talk.
That's nice. That's good to do that once in a while.
It's important. Jordan Peterson will tell you that I forget the stats. You and your spouse need so many hours per week just to talk and
Yeah.
just relate.
I believe it. When you have kids, they're always in the way. They're always there.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it sometimes takes an effort, because you're pulled every which way. But it's worth it. It's a good thing to shoot for, because like Jordan would tell you, and the church would tell you, it's the building block of society, the family. And as of the last 30, 40, 50 years, the family has been degraded to the point where you can hardly find an intact family.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, so it's really tough. And so instead of, we don't like to get political here, but we're so often, as focus groups and governments, we're so often trying to find the answer to, say, mass shooting, trying to find the answer to kids quitting school or crime or whatever. It all boils down to the family.
Yeah, if they didn't have like a good father figure in their life, or a mother or something.
So it's as simple as, I'll say this, it's as simple as waiting to get married before you try to have kids.
Yep.
Or try not to, and then when you get married, stay together and be faithful to them. That is the remedy to all our societal problems. And of course, Jesus is the one who helps with that.
Yeah.
I had an idea. I thought that we were asked this about our testimony. And so I don't have much of a exciting testimony. I was saved when I was about 3 years old. I walked into my parents' bedroom, and I don't know what had happened, but I wanted to be saved, and whatever that meant. And so Mom gladly got up and prayed with me. So that was my experience. I remember with you might have a different memory of that, but I remember at least one time when you were about 7 or 8, we had some sort of issue happen. And Mom
had a lot of issues.
Oh my goodness, that's
I was the trial kid.
You were a trial kid. So anyways, this is an interesting story, because we ended up praying with you to accept Jesus into your heart. And so I think Mom was there doing that. Mom does a good job at that. And here I was kind of sitting back pondering, is it really true that a child has the capacity to know what they're saying when they're accepting Jesus into their heart? And a little bit of doubt started to come into my mind about, well, is this really...
Is it going to stick?
Is it going to stick? Is it really true? What's going on?
They don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, like they're so young. Nowadays they can choose their sex, right? So
before they're... anyways.
I'm not getting into that. So anyways, I was sitting there on the couch thinking, yeah, but really? She's too young to know what she's thinking of. And a funny thing happened. A tune popped into my mind. And I couldn't quite capture what the song was. And so I started singing it through into like the tune. I started taking the tune into my head to the end.
Okay.
And it was a verse of some song I knew, but I couldn't place it. And so I would, and I would sing it until the end. And then when the chorus hit, I knew the song. And do you know what the song was?
What?
There's a new name written down in glory.
Really?
And it's mine. And so it was such a thunderbolt experience where God was telling me, she may not know exactly what she's saying, but I do. And that's all that matters. Yeah. So it's real when your kids give their heart to the Lord. You may not know how it works exactly, and they may not know how it works exactly, but the one who matters knows how it works.
Yeah.
I was thinking about like medicine, right? We don't know exactly what's in medicine, but we still take it, and it works.
Yeah,
so.
Sure. I never knew that.
I hadn't told you that story? No. Oh, okay.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, to me, that was confirmation that right then and there, something happened.
Yeah.
Now, I know that you and Grandma would sit down and have chats about Jesus, and you probably had experiences with that too.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe I'm not sure if this was like, she sat me down and you guys just didn't know about it or what, but I had a memory of Grandma sitting me down and on my bed and asking me if I wanted to accept Jesus. And I think that was when we were in Grand Prairie. So I probably was
That was before.
3 or 4
Yeah.
years old. So it could be that I just was too young to remember. And then when I was, 7 or 8, then that's when I really, but.
Well, I was told of a story of an evangelist or preacher of some sort. He was asked, when did you get Jesus into your heart? And his answer was, well, every day.
I was just going to mention that.
Yeah.
I was going to mention, like, I full-heartedly believe that it's a choice you make every day. Like, you can't just, it's not just a one and done, like, because then that kind of implies that, once you accepted Jesus into your heart, you can kind of just go about your life and it doesn't matter what you do. But if you wake up every single day and make that choice, well, then you're making sure that you're, like, living your life out that way.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. So. Well, Jesus said that you need to follow me, pick up your cross and follow me daily. And Paul says in some of his writings, he says, I die daily. Mean every day I put myself aside and I decide to walk with Christ. Mm-hmm. And so if we do that every day, regardless of what we're going through, regardless of what we've done, Jesus said he'd forgive, because we've all fallen short. You have a verse, don't you?
Yeah, well, we make mistakes, and then we just got to wake up the next day and ask God again.
Yeah, he's able to help us through the tough times.
Mm-hmm. So this is Romans 3. I had to backtrack a little bit. I'll start at verse 21. But now, apart from the law, the righteousness of God has been made known, to which the law and the prophets testify. This righteousness is given through faith in Jesus Christ to all who believe. There is no difference between Jew and Gentile, for all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God, and all are justified freely by his grace through the redemption that came by Christ Jesus.
So there you go. That mentioned, for all have fallen short.
Mm-hmm.
So we often get the question, well, is there such a big change? So, for example, I was a good baby. I was a good kid. I wasn't,
Yeah.
So really, what kind of change is there when you accept Christ at, say, 3 or 10? Mm-hmm. But it really doesn't matter what you've done or not done, because the change is by righteousness. Like we've all fallen short.
Yeah.
It's not about what we've done. There's nothing that we've done that God can't forgive. Mm-hmm. So it really doesn't matter what your life was before you accepted Christ. Mm-hmm. It's that accepting Christ and walking with him and allowing him to work in your life and allowing him to lead you.
Yeah, and if you do that every day, well, every day is new.
Right.
Yeah. It's just like, it's a choice to follow God, I guess, or accept him into your heart every day. Like, there's often days that we don't feel like it, I'm sure. But it's a choice. And just like you're talking about marriage earlier, I hear a lot about how it's like a choice to love your spouse every day. It's like there are going to be a lot of days. I mean, obviously I'm not married. I don't know. But I'm sure there are a lot of days where you don't feel like it. They make you mad. But you choose to every day, right? No matter what. So.
Right. Because it's not based on our feeling.
No.
I mean, initially there's an attraction of feeling.
Yeah.
And it's always there. I mean, if you allow it to be. Mm-hmm. But you can't base any relationship on feeling, or it's going to fall apart one day.
And that's why people get divorced, is because they have a couple of bad days or maybe a bad month, and they're like, oh, well, I don't feel like loving this person anymore, so we're going to do the D word. And I hear a lot I see on social media couples who do what you and Mom did, where you guys like said, okay, we're not even going to ever even say the D word, not joke about it. There's couples out there who will joke about like, oh yeah, if she ever did this, I'd divorce her. But if you just don't even joke about that, it's just not an option. Because when something's not an option, I'm sorry, I'm getting into this, but
go for it.
When something's not an option, it's not an option. Like, there's just a period. So there's not much more you can say about that.
What you just said right there, can you say it one more time?
If something's not an option, it's not an option.
That will get you through your life, mm-hmm. through teenager years, through adolescence, through young adulthood, mm-hmm. through marriage, through everything. Because we so often think that, I had no choice, or oops, mm-hmm. I made a mistake. But if it's not an option, it's not an option.
Exactly.
Like,
so you just got to find a spouse who agrees with you that says, nope, We're not even going to say the D word once in a relationship. It's not an option because then you're forced to work it out.
Yeah.
Where if it is an option, we don't have to work it out. We can go the easy way.
If it's an option, it will be taken.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, because it might be the easy way out in the short term, not in the long run. I'm sure you'd regret it afterwards, but you gotta work through it.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
kind of a tangent there, but
no, that's some good advice. And in this day and age, we do forget that because our culture is based a lot on self gratification, instant gratification, and a lot on feeling. How I'm feeling. But that's pretty thin ice to be walking on. So you've had a couple days off. You had Mother's Day off with us yesterday, and that was really nice.
Yeah, we had a nice dinner.
We had a great meal with Christina's mom and dad at our house, and we had a nice family time. After that. We always have a movie Sunday night. We watched 80 Days.
Around the World in 80 Days.
Around the World in 80 Days. It was fun.
It was a good movie. It was pretty funny.
So we have our chips and our
salmon
crackers. Yeah, salmon with cream cheese. And then today you had off to kind of chill and get some things done around the house.
Yeah, I got a lot of stuff done today.
Great.
Proud of myself.
And then you have another marathon week after this.
Horrifying marathon. I do a 12, a 16, and a 12 all in a row. So tomorrow I work 1 to 1, and then the very next day I work 9 a.m. to 1, and then the day after that I work 1 to 1. So I'm probably just going to sleep at my station again.
So let me ask you this. What would you rather? A marathon run and then have days off? Or would you just rather work regular and not have so many days off?
It depends, because it is nice having 5 days off in a row, because I do get 5 days off, and that's nice. Yeah, I think I'd probably rather that than working like 5 days a week, but because, like, for example, some people work 5 days a week but they get home at like 3 p.m. every day and they have the whole evening, right? Oh. Like, say you work from like 7 to 3, but you work 5 days a week.
Oh, I see.
About the same hours, right?
Yeah. No, some
40.
Are some on that shift?
No, I'm not talking about my work, but like a different job.
I see.
Like if like a desk job or something. Like, I don't know if I would rather that, because then at least every day you wake up the same time, you can get home at the same time, and you can go to the gym at the same time and do it every single day. Where me, it's like, I can't really go to the gym when I'm working because I work 12-hour shifts. It takes up your whole day. And
you're wore out after your marathon.
And I'm wore out like 2 days afterwards too. So really, I technically just have like 3 good days. But right. I don't know.
But what I appreciate is you being home to help with the podcast.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's good.
And another girl here is going to help with the podcast. I think she has a joke or two.
More than that.
All right. You want my seat?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so just as the podcast was starting, I found this like about an inch thick joke book. And I've been reading through it, and there are some pretty good ones in here. So I have quite a few stacked up for today. Okay, I guess I'm going to tell them to you.
All right.
Okay. How long did Thomas Edison live?
How long?
All his life.
Duh.
He did. Okay. This is a Bible joke.
Okay.
What was the name of Isaac
Newton?
I forgot how to say that. Isaiah. Oh, Isaiah's horse. What was the name of Isaiah's horse?
What?
Is me. Isaiah said, "Woe is me." In the Bible?
I don't get that one.
Like, woe is... It's in the Bible somewhere.
Okay.
On the ark, Noah probably got milk from the cows. What did he get from the ducks?
What?
Quackers.
Nice.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cat's up.
Cat's up who?
Cat's up a tree. Quick, call the fire department.
Nice.
Last one. Where do sick ships go?
Where?
To the docks.
That's a good one.
Nice. Good, clean jokes.
Good job.
Thanks, Anna. Well, we're going to have Nate come, and he's going to help me sing a Louvin Brothers song called Satan's Jewel Crown. No. That's all right. We'll fit it in later because we have the master editor from Night Fox Animation who will slip the song in. I need to unsqueak that door.
Satan's jewel crown, I've worn it so long, but God for my soul has reached down. His love set me free, He made me His own, and helped me cast off Satan's jewel crown. If I could be king or ruler of nations, with diamonds and jewels profound, I'd rather know that I had salvation than to know my reward is Satan's jewel crown. Satan's jewel crown, I've worn it so long, but God for my soul has reached down. His love set me free, He made me His own, and helped me cast off Satan's jewel crown. This life that I've lived, so sinful and evil, drinking and running around, all the things that I do for the love of the devil, I know my reward is Satan's jewel crown. Satan's jewel crown, I've worn it so long, but God for my soul has reached down. His love set me free, He made me His own, and helped me cast off Satan's jewel crown.
All right, well, thanks for coming by and spending some time with us, and hope you can find us wherever we are. You can find us online at AmundsonFamilyMusic.com, Facebook, of course, YouTube, and we are on Instagram, but I'm not very good at keeping up with
I
it.
haven't either.
Yeah,
That's okay.
we haven't found the groove on that. And someone told us we should be on Twitter. Have you ever been on Twitter?
I think I have an account, but I don't have the app.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
I don't know if Twitter is a good idea, though.
did you tweet anything?
No. I don't think Twitter is a good idea.
I don't know.
It's all political, I think.
I don't know what I would tweet. Like, I just had eggs for breakfast.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, all right.
Bye.
Bye. See you next time.